Towers and towers of brass. Rolls the golden afternoon down the golden grass. Kick the cry to Jericho. How the yellow mud is sold. All is gold.
Gorgeous cinematography, a fascinating subject, and universal themes add up to make the film Garnet's Gold, an examination of one man's obsession with finding gold in Scotland. It's being shown right now at the Tribeca Film Festival, and here with us is the film's director, Ed Perkins. Ed, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on getting your first feature film into the Tribeca Film Festival. That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very humbling experience, but it's an absolutely marvelous week, really.
The debut was last Friday.
Yeah, we premiered last Friday.
Fantastic.
It's a film that we've been working on for the better part of 4 years, mostly in sort of kitchens and garden sheds around London. So to bring it to a New York audience has been somewhat overwhelming, a bit nerve-wracking, but really, really extraordinary experience.
And what's the experience at the film festival been like? Is there a lot of support for young filmmakers like yourself, or is there just very intense competition to get your film some attention?
I think it's hard to get into the festival in the first place, but that's a great thing. But they've been unbelievably supportive right from the start. There are a lot of films that we're playing against that are big issue films, cause-driven films, documentaries that are about current affairs. Ours is different from that. It's a slightly smaller story, a story about kind of an ordinary man and the extraordinary hope that can come out of an ordinary life. And I'm so thankful for Tribeca for supporting those slightly smaller stories, those human portrait stories. And we hope that our film can bring up some issues with which lots of people would be able to relate to and empathize with.
Absolutely. How did you find this fascinating subject? Because it's true. I mean, he is his own character, but there are a lot of things that he's going through that are universal. You know, this sense of perhaps missed opportunities, a yearning for family and love, and of course, money. You know, all of these things which are universal. So how did you find this man?
I mean, who doesn't sort of look back on their life and wonder whether they're making the most of it? I found him, like all things in England, I found him in the pub, actually. I heard that there was this rather eccentric, extraordinary man who, in between dancing and singing, was talking about an adventure that he wanted to take up into the Highlands of Scotland in search of a lost gold, the lost gold of Bonnie Prince Charlie from 250 years ago, that was reportedly worth $1 billion. And as a documentary filmmaker, immediately your kind of ears sort of peak up and you want to know more. So I went to meet him. But I sort of think that for a first-time filmmaker like me, finding a great story is kind of half the battle. The trick then is to try and surround yourself with a team of filmmakers who are much more kind of talented and experienced than you are. And I got very, very lucky in that respect and got to work with
You certainly did. I have to ask you, who shot your footage? Because the cinematography is just stunning.
Well, I did shoot it.
You did? Well, amazing.
I think everything that's good in the film is down to our wonderful team around us. Simon Chin, our producer, who made Man on Wire and Searching for Sugar Man, two of the best documentaries ever, films that I kind of aspire to. And the amazing team at Redbox Films and Passion Pictures. They've kind of supported me and stopped me making lots of mistakes along the way. But yeah, I shot the film on a very small Canon 5D camera. It's a digital stills camera that also shoots video. And it's the camera that a lot of young filmmakers are using because it's relatively cheap.
Right.
If you use it in the right way, it can create really amazing images.
So what's next for you? Obviously, this is the end of a 4-year journey to get into the film festival, but you want the film to have a life going forward. So you talk to distributors now? What's the process?
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I mean, I'm just sort of living in the moment a bit. It's been an extraordinary week and kind of exceeded all our expectations. I mean, we have this, we're working with a composer in New York called Jay Ralph, who's done a brilliant job with the score, and he wrote an original song for the film called Until the End that features performances by Liza Minnelli and Wynton Marsalis.
Wow.
Just extraordinary.
Can't ask for more.
Yeah, from a film which I never thought might ever see the light of day, to bring it to New York and have those amazing people associated with the project is already a dream come true. But yeah, we're trying to get audiences in to see it. We have another screening on Saturday, and hopefully the word gets around. But the response so far has been really positive, and it's such a humbling experience for me to share it with people. And more importantly, you know, a lot of the film is about Garnet Frost and his missed opportunities and the fact that he's never really felt satisfied with what he did in life. And to bring him to New York, we had him here early in the week, and to see him, he was here. He's not unfortunately anymore, but you know, he got a standing ovation from 250 New Yorkers, and to see him finally get some recognition for a kind of extraordinary mind and the sort of dedication that he's given to his mother over the last few years is real privilege for me to.
Did he ever find the gold, or we have to watch the end?
He didn't. Well, he didn't find the literal gold, but I always suspected that the end of his story might be a more interesting and a more important, kind of more introspective gold, and something something more personal to him.
Absolutely. Ed Perkins, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. We wish you all the continued success.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.